What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This episode's going to be a little bit more niche. Not very many people are going to be able to relate to this, to be honest, but it's something that I just want to talk about, so I'm here talking about it. It's not like that many people watch the videos, so it's kind of just me doing a little chat with myself, essentially. Regardless, the topic of today's video is based around a company that me and my coworker just founded last month. We founded it halfway through last month. It's a service business. I've talked about it once on this channel, but I'll probably end up talking about it more later on. But mainly, the reason I'm bringing this up is because my coworker isn't necessarily snaking me, but it's more that he talked big game and now he's kind of retracting that. What I mean by that is we had seemed really motivated and really ambitious. We were talking about the prospects of what we could do with the company. He was talking about 15 other businesses. He said, let's start a gym. He's very passionate about, working out and everything. So he said, let's start a gym with the profits of this company. Let's start this company with the profits of this company. Let's start a mentorship once we can show that, yeah, we can scale a business from $0 to seven figures, Very ambitious, just talking about the future, talking about what could be in the future. And I must admit, I also kind of fell into that little mental masturbation where I was going along with it somewhat. I wasn't nearly going along with it as crazy as he was pitching me other stuff constantly, but I was saying, yeah, that would be possible if we can get this amount of clients and this amount of monthly recurring revenue, and we could scale it up from there and go into other, avenues and start other companies. So I drafted up a document for, articles of incorporation or whatever. Not sure if that's actually what you call it, but just essentially a founding document, a founder's agreement. Oh, that's what it's called, a founder's agreement. And so it made it so that neither of us could really screw each other over. We're both equal 50-50 partners, all this. And then I also drafted up a document that we have to sign. We have to sign off on any major decisions on the company, and we only have 5 approved revenue streams right now. Last month, which was only half a month of work that we were able to do because we were getting our LLC filed and we were getting our EIN and all that. Last month, we made about $500 something in revenue, and we have a base salary of $100 a month plus 25% commission. We both waived our commissions. We just signed that paper today, and so I sent us both a check for $100. This month, we were projected from the people that we had already booked. We were projected for about $1,500, but one of the clients that we're going to have every single week has low-key been ghosting us. They weren't replying to the text messages that my co-founder was sending, and I gave them a call while I was at my lunch break, and they did not pick up. I left them a voicemail, but I had to cancel their service for this week because I'm not going to go do the service for them if they're not confirming that they want the service. So next week, hopefully, they will reply to us. They were very friendly, and they said they wanted us to come every single week, so it's kind of crazy now that they just are ghosting us, but we'll see how that ends up playing out. Regardless, the point of this video was to talk about what my coworker had said to me. So he was on a trip, he got back, he sent me a text and said, hey, what's the rules on if we dissolve the company? And I'm looking at this text, it's like 7 p.m. I'm like, dissolve the company? We just founded the company last month. Why would we dissolve the company? Turns out his brother is a recruiter and was telling him about some of the stuff that you can do for the Air Force, and he was intrigued and he thought of it as steady, growth over time, good income, and overall safer, because apparently he must have read somewhere that businesses can consume your life, but this isn't the type of business that would consume your personal life. And he's always been somewhat ambitious, but always jumps around. He's too scatterbrained on his ideas, but it's crazy now because he was talking about I want to have my personal life and my work life to have a better balance. And if we're doing the business, I might be consumed by that and not have time to spend with at home. Like if I'm working for the military, then I'll be able to go home and have time after work every single day. It would be a job where you're working on base. That's why I'm saying that. But I just found it crazy because the lack of commitment to things that a lot of people have nowadays, even when they seem really motivated at sometimes, is really astonishing. Like, he went from full throttle last month, coming up with all these different businesses that we could build off of this one business, and now he might just try to leave our business to go work a steady job and try to get growth that way, which I don't blame him if he wants to go in the military. That's a great path, but My girl had talked to me about it too. She was like, that's kind of scummy for him to, try to co-found a company with you and be really excited and get you excited, and then a month later be like, hey, I might leave and go work for the military. Crazy thing is, earlier today at work, then he comes up to me after we had already talked about like military and, the housing allowance and all this stuff. Because I was telling him it is a good idea, it is a good career path if that's what you're going for. And he comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, let's start doing this with our service business. Let's add another stream of revenue." There is a reason why I made us sign that document because I knew he would get scatterbrained, and I don't want us focused on 15 different revenue streams when we haven't even scaled up one yet. So we will probably add this revenue stream, but overall, I want us to stay focused on the revenue streams that we currently have rather than trying to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Because if we try to do too much, then we're ending up doing nothing overall. That's the video though. I just wanted to rant a little bit. I just want you to think about if you're scatterbraining yourself by trying to focus on too many things at once. Try to dial it down and focus on what you can to improve your life and improve what you're going for. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. See you later. Subscribe. Bye.